Welcome to day 69 of your 75 days no gambling challenge. By now, you've made incredible progress in reclaiming your life from gambling. You've strengthened your identity, started building a long-term vision, and begun taking intentional steps to create the life you want. But there's one area that can make or break your recovery. No matter how strong your willpower or how disciplined your habits, the people you surround yourself with, your relationships and support systems are the soil in which your new life will either grow or wither. Today, we're going to dive deep into understanding how relationships influence your recovery, how to strengthen the ones that matter, and how to protect yourself from the ones that may pull you back toward old habits. Let's start with a simple truth. Humans are social creatures. The people we spend time with shape our behaviors, influence our decisions, and affect our emotional states. If you spend most of your time around people who gamble, who trivialize risk, or who dismiss your recovery, you are constantly fighting an uphill battle. Conversely, if you surround yourself with people who uplift, support, and challenge you to grow, your journey becomes far easier, more joyful, and more sustainable. Take a moment to reflect honestly. Who in your life genuinely supports your recovery, and who might be a trigger for relapse? Be as brutally honest as you can. This is not about judgment or blame. It's about awareness and creating a safe, empowering environment. Now, let's focus on strengthening your support system. Start with those people who genuinely care about your well-being. Family, friends, mentors, or even fellow recovering gamblers. Reach out to them. Let them know how important they are to your journey. Thank them for their support. Express your appreciation and ask for their continued presence in your life. It might feel uncomfortable at first if you're not used to asking for help. But remember, leaning on supportive people is not weakness. It's strategic, intentional, and essential for building lasting freedom. It's also important to actively engage with your support network. Don't just rely on them being there passively. Schedule regular check-ins, share your wins and your struggles, and be honest about your emotional state. This vulnerability deepens connections and creates accountability. When you openly communicate your goals and challenges, you are more likely to stay committed. Because the people who care about you will hold you up when you feel weak, remind you of your strengths when you feel powerless, and celebrate with you when you achieve milestones. Equally crucial is learning to set boundaries with people who are harmful to your recovery. This can be difficult, especially if they are family members, old friends, or colleagues who gamble or engage in behaviors that trigger you. Boundaries are not about punishment, they are about protection. You may need to limit contact, avoid certain topics, or even step away from relationships that consistently put you at risk. This is not selfish. It's a form of self-respect and self-preservation. Remember, you cannot change other people, but you can choose how much influence they have over your life. Today, I want you to take a practical step. Make a list of the people in your life. Divide them into 3 categories: supporters, neutral, and triggers. For supporters, think about how you can deepen these relationships. For neutral, consider if they can be nudged toward being supportive or at least not harmful. For triggers, be honest about the boundaries you need to establish to protect yourself. This exercise is not about alienation. It's about creating a network that reinforces the person you are becoming and the life you want to live. Communication skills are also key in strengthening relationships. Many recovering gamblers struggle because they don't express their needs clearly or avoid difficult conversations. Today, practice clear and compassionate communication. Let people know what you need without guilt or apology. For example, you might say, "I'm working on my recovery and need to avoid conversations about gambling or certain environments. I appreciate your understanding and support. You'd be surprised how many people respect honesty and boundaries when delivered with calm confidence." Another powerful tool in your recovery is connecting with communities of like-minded individuals. Online groups, local recovery meetings, or even challenge-based communities like ours provide shared experiences, encouragement, and accountability. These connections remind you that you are not alone. They offer practical strategies and emotional support from people who truly understand. If you haven't yet, consider joining a group or finding a mentor. Someone who has been where you are and has walked the path successfully. Now, let's address a difficult but important point. Some relationships may need to end. Someone consistently encourages gambling, belittles your progress, or creates stress that jeopardizes your recovery, it may be time to step back. Ending or limiting relationships can feel painful, but it's a necessary act of self-preservation. Your freedom and future are worth protecting, even if it means making tough decisions. The space you create will allow positive, supportive relationships to flourish, and your energy will no longer be drained by negative influences. Emotional self-reliance is another aspect of support. While relationships are vital, your ultimate responsibility is to yourself. Use your support system as a bridge, not a crutch. Cultivate your own inner strength, resilience, and clarity. Develop habits like journaling, meditation, reflection, and affirmations to maintain your emotional balance independently. This combination, strong internal resilience supported by healthy external relationships, is the formula for lasting recovery. Today, I want you to take one deliberate action. Reach out to a supporter in your life. Express gratitude, share your journey, or ask for guidance on maintaining your recovery. Then, establish or reinforce one boundary with someone who triggers you. Write it down, communicate it clearly, and commit to protecting your space. Finally, reflect in your journal. How do my relationships serve my recovery? How do they inspire growth, accountability, and freedom? Answer honestly, because clarity here will guide every decision you make in the coming weeks. Remember, recovery is not a solo journey. People you allow into your life can either lift you higher or pull you back down. Surround yourself with those who believe in your potential, who encourage your progress, and who celebrate your victories. Distance yourself from those who jeopardize your freedom, intentionally or unintentionally. Cultivate a support system that mirrors the person you are becoming, the disciplined, free, empowered individual who no longer needs gambling to feel alive. Day 69 is about awareness, action, and intentionality in your relationships. By the end of today, I want you to feel connected, supported, and protected. You are not alone in this journey. The right people can inspire you, hold you accountable, help you see yourself through the eyes of someone who is free and thriving. Protect your environment, strengthen your bonds, and take one step toward building a network that lifts you up every single day. You are reclaiming not just your life, but your entire world. Your freedom is supported, your journey is shared, and your future is brighter than ever.